What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me today. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button because that is the most important thing you can do for me on this channel. What it does is that it helps to make sure that those who are subscribed to the channel will indeed get their notifications, and it also helps to push this video through the YouTube algorithm. Secondly, if you're new to the channel, or maybe you've been ghost watching this channel for quite some time now, do yourself a favor and me a favor as well by hitting the subscribe button as well as the bell notification next to the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. And lastly, please make sure you share this video out on your social media platforms to get this news and information out to your family and friends. And that does also help to give me a little boost in the YouTube algorithm as well. And with the introduction out of the way, let's now get into today's news. And today we are headed back to Denver. And honestly, this may quite possibly be one of the last times that we head back to Denver, because in an unbelievable fashion and manner, what you're getting ready to see right now are Denver city officials kicking out illegal immigrants and sending them off to Chicago. Now, technically speaking, they are not literally kicking them out, but I'll propose this to you and you let me know what you think before we get into this news clip. If I show up to a migrant shelter, speaking in Spanish, telling all those in the shelter that once your stay at this shelter is up, 2 weeks if you're a single adult and 6 weeks if you're a family, I tell them once your stay at this shelter is up, the city of Denver has absolutely nothing for you. We're tapped out of resources. We have nothing to offer you once your stay is up here. But what we will offer you is a plane or a bus ticket to Chicago or New York, because they have more resources for you over there. Would you not say that realistically speaking, they're kicking out illegal immigrants and sending them to New York and Chicago? Technically, they're not, but realistically, they are.
The city of Denver is offering a stark warning to newly arriving migrants. Stay here and you will suffer. Denver's offering migrants help to move on to anywhere else in the country. Tonight, for the first time, we're able to see how Denver tries to convince migrants to leave in video obtained by Next from inside a migrant shelter.
The opportunities are over. That's Andres Carrera, political director for Denver Mayor Mike Johnston.
Nueva York te da más, Chicago te da más. Entonces sugiero que vaya por allá, donde hasta también con un albergue de más largo plazo, también hay más oportunidades de trabajo por allá.
Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Let me blow it up so we could all read it together. And also the link to this article with the embedded video will be in the description box below if you want to watch the video for yourself without my commentary. I just wanted to make sure to put that in there. But this man is saying in Spanish, New York gives you more. Chicago gives you more. So I suggest you go there where there is a longer term shelter. There are also more job opportunities there. So once again, technically, he's just giving information. Technically, the mayor's assistant isn't literally kicking them out, but realistically, he's saying, hey, you know, Brandon Johnson and Eric Adams, they got some money for you. They got apartments for you. They got jobs for you that apparently the citizens of said cities don't have access to, but they got them for you. So we'll send you over there. Now let's carry on and listen to some more of what this man has to say to the people in the shelter.
Carrera is Denver's so-called newcomer communications liaison. That means that he meets the busloads of new arrivals. The city says this group got here on March 26.
I'm sorry, he meets the busloads of new arrivals. So as soon as you get off the bus, he lets you know off top, listen, you can stay here for a couple weeks, but after that, we're shipping you to Chicago and New York because we have nothing for you here. Let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. My apologies for interrupting.
New arrivals. The city says this group got here on March 26, sent up by Texas's Republican Governor Greg Abbott. He warns them the jobs, the resources, the opportunities have already gone to the 40,000 migrants who came to Denver before them.
Hemos recibido demasiados migrantes y por eso se acabaron los recursos. Mira, no te vamos a bloquear. Si quieres permanecer aquí, no estoy aquí para bloquearte, estoy aquí para avisarte que tu camino no ha terminado. Si permanecen aquí, vas a sufrir hasta más. Y eso no lo quiero ver.
Now, let me rewind that back just so I can read that to you. I wanted to let it play without interrupting. But what he said is, we have received too many migrants, and that is why we ran out of resources. Now, look, we are not going to block you if you want to stay here. I am not here to block you. I'm here to let you know that your path is not over. If you stay here, you are going to suffer even more. And I don't want to see this. So he's letting them know, listen, I'm not saying you gotta leave. But if you don't leave, you're gonna suffer because we have nothing for you. But Brandon Johnson and Eric Adams, they got brand new apartments for you.
Parents listen quietly as children play on the floor. As Denver tells these families that have sometimes walked from one continent to another that they just have to keep moving. But they don't have to walk. Denver will buy them a bus ticket.
Tu camino no ha terminado. Tu camino no ha terminado. Que viajas un tantito más. No tienes que caminar por ningún parte. Podemos comprarte boleto gratuito. Gratuito. Puedes ir a cualquier ciudad. Hasta la frontera de Canadá te llevamos.
He's speaking with passion. I don't know what he's saying, but I'll translate it right now. He's telling me, he said, your path has not ended. Your path has not ended. That you travel a little more. You don't have to walk anywhere. We can buy you a free ticket. You can go to any city. We can take you up to the Canadian border, wherever. So that's why he sounded so passionate when he was saying wherever. He was wherever you want to go. We can take you up to the Canadian border. Now, we can't technically take you into Canada, but anywhere along the Canadian border, New York, Chicago, anywhere you want to go, anywhere but Denver. And mind you, this is the, mayor of Denver, Mike Johnston. This is his assistant speaking.
The city says it won't buy bus tickets to Canada, but it will help migrants get to American border cities up north. It's a desperate pitch by Denver, a city that has taken in more migrants per capita than any city outside the southern border and is looking at $120 million in budget cuts to pay for migrant services. The moment of truth. Who in the crowd wants to go to a different city? And who wants to stay in Denver? Todos, a migrant says.
That was one migrant that said that. He said everyone, he laughed. He was the solo person that said todo by himself, and the room was silent when he said it. And he laughed afterwards. Once again, stuff like that shows me that you're not asylum seeking, when this is just kind of all one big joke to you, because for you, this was just a come up. This is a come up. I'll go wherever you want me to go. I'm here in Denver now, but if you want to fly me to New York, fly me to Chicago, that's cool. Send me to where the freebies are. That's why he laughed after he said that. I'm going to play that one more time when you hear he says everyone in Spanish. Listen to this when he laughs afterwards.
Todos.
You heard that? He said todos. Ha 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 ha. Because it's funny. It's fun and games. Freebies are up for grabs in the United States because the U.S. is candy right now. It's sweet, and everything is up for grabs here.
A migrant says. Everyone.
The clock is now ticking for the migrants who arrived on that bus. Families have 6 weeks in Denver shelters, and then they must go. Individuals get 14 days in shelter. As they were warned, after that, there may not be resources to help them.
Well, I mean, you heard it yourself from the mayor's assistant, right? You heard it yourself from the mayor's assistant. This guy was appointed to his position by the mayor to go to the stops where migrants are initially dropped off when they are sent there from Texas. Mind you, not because Greg Abbott sends them there against their will, because they're choosing to go there, but he meets them there and immediately proceeds to tell them, look, if you're a single adult, you got 2 weeks here. If you have a family, you got 6 weeks. But once your stay here is up, I'm letting you know now, we have nothing for you here in Denver, and you're going to suffer. But if you don't want to suffer, we will send you on a one-way trip on our dime. We'll pay for your bus fare and or plane ticket fare to go to Chicago or New York, because they have more for you there. More job opportunities, more free money, more free apartments that are subsidized through the state and city. Programs that you have access to, but the citizens of the city don't. They have that for you there, and we'll send you there. That's what's happening in Denver right now. And with that being said, that's really all that needs to be said. So that does it for today's news. Unbelievable stuff happening in Denver. They're very bold over there. A level of boldness, once again, that you're not going to see coming from any of the city officials in Chicago or New York. But in Denver, they're saying, hey, man, you got to go. But we have some friends that'll accept you. No problem at all. And with that, thank you all for watching today's news. Please make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Share this video on your social media platforms. And also don't forget to follow me on Telegram at TD Media Group. The link to the Telegram group is in the description box below and will be pinned in the comment section as well. And until the next video, peace and have a great afternoon.